Rachel, and today I am back in my B6talgy. We're going to plan the week ahead. Now I think I told you guys a little lie last week because I'm pretty sure that I said that that was going to be the last autumn or fall kit that I use, but I found this in my collection from Fab Planner Print. This is the Floral Fox kit, and I just think it's beautiful, and I think it's the last opportunity that I'm going to get this year to use this kit unless I save it for my memory planner. But of course I can buy it again, which I probably will do. Now the weather today, it's about 3 degrees, which actually is a bit more wintry than autumn. I will give you that, and I know that some of you guys that live in colder parts of the world as well are going to be like, Rach, get a grip, that's not that cold. But for us in the UK, that's quite cold. The ends of my little fingers are freezing. I had to put my gloves on this morning and I had my hat. But anyway, so we have got 8 full boxes here. The artwork on this is just absolutely gorgeous. The colours as well, the burgundies and the green, I just love it. We've got some checklist boxes. We have got some functionals and a tracker. We've got some little things and some more functional boxes down here. We've got some checklists, some trackers and some date covers, some deco and some bottom washi. Now, before I go into the spread, I just quickly want to show you something else that I have had made from one of my favourite shops. You guys will know the shop Fila Fabulous. I buy my date dots from her, but I had her make me a tumbler. If I zoom out, can we see this a bit better? Yeah, so this was not a pre-made one from her shop. This is a custom that she made for me. I told her what I was into. You guys know that I'm all into moon phases and stuff at the moment. Yeah, and I said that I wanted it to be like an ombre. It goes up from pink to purple to blue. It's got some glitter in it, and then it's got some chunky glitter in it. And it's just gorgeous. I love it. There's a couple of sizes of tumblers that you can get. So this, I believe, is hot and cold. I'm going to use it for my iced lattes. Although this morning, I will tell you, I have got an actual hot cup of coffee because it's bloody freezing here. I've got it as well in my, can you see that? Don't spell. In my Glow Getter cup that Dermalogica sent me. It says, Glow Getter, a driven, busy, skincare obsessive who strives to achieve healthy, glowing skin for life. I think that might be me. Anyway, wow, we've gone off on one this morning. But yeah, go and check out the tumblers in the store. It's really, really well made. It feels sturdy. And yeah, I've not used it yet because it does say that it needs to cure a little bit longer and to be careful with it, but I'm just going to leave it until it's fully cured. Really happy with that though. And she's possibly going to make me another one. We're just working on the details. So let's get on. What an intro that was. Am I going to cut that out or no? We'll see. So I'm still in my my Foxy Fix cover. Let's take a little look and see how last week went. What a bloody week that was. What a week. I'll get into that in a minute though. So this was, yeah, I did, didn't I? I said that this was going to be the last autumn themed kit that I did when I lied, because it's not. So yeah, Paige was poorly again. So I didn't end up using my planner too much, but I did go back in and fill the days. Which was quite good. If you haven't looked at my El Rojo Leather unboxing video, go and have a look, because that planner is insane. I love it, and I think I'm going to have a custom made for this as well when I can decide what I want. So let's stop waffling anyway. Let's get on with this. We need to pull out some washi, and I need to chop the washi, so I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so I've cut my washi strips. I've pulled a bit of washi out. I've just gone for a couple of samplers that I've got. I think I'm going to use these 3, possibly that one, maybe that one. We'll just see how we get on. So I need to start with my This Week page, and I will ask you all how you are. How are you all doing? I hope you're all well. I hope you're all doing okay. So yeah, I feel like we've really got into that classic winter British weather this morning, although it's not raining, so thank goodness for small mercies. But I was cold. I put my hat on. My granddad bought me a hat from the Injured Jockeys. I think I told you about it. It's like a burgundy bobble hat, and it's cute. So yeah, I've been wearing that. Paige has got a unicorn hat that is like a proper full, I don't even know if you'd call it, well it is a hat because it goes on her head, don't be ridiculous, Rach. But it's like a unicorn's head that goes on her head. It's not as ridiculous as it sounds. Maybe it is. If I can find a picture of it, I'll put it in. Oh look, I've nearly used one of these up. So I guess we're just going to have one piece of this washi then. So yeah, how are you all anyway? What a blooming week I had last week. So, the week before on the Saturday, I don't know if you guys remember, but I'd said that I'd had Paige up at the walk-in centre with earache because she'd been screaming with earache, and they didn't prescribe me anything. They just said, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, thanks for that. because it went great. It went great. It really didn't. So fast forward to Wednesday night, and she was absolutely screaming. She had a temperature of 39.5 and I couldn't bring it down. So we got up in the morning and I called the doctors and asked them for a phone call, because at the moment my doctors are not doing face-to-face appointments. You have to have a telephone consultation. So I waited for an hour for her to ring me back. I caught that perfect then, and that was an absolute fluke. Yeah, I waited for them to ring me back, and it was the doctor that came on, and I said, we've been to see the walk-in centre at the weekend, but they didn't prescribe us anything. I just pulled out this washi because I felt like I had too many bows. Yeah, so they said, I said, they haven't prescribed us anything. Can you give us a prescription for her based on that diagnosis? So it wasn't even like I was asking for them to prescribe antibiotics just based on my word. She'd already been seen by a medical professional, and my doctor said, oh no, sorry, I need you to do a PCR test. And I was like, oh well, I've done over the course of the week 3 or 4 lateral flow tests and they've all been negative. Well, I need you to do a PCR test. It's like, right, okay, fine, I'll take her to do a PCR test, but in the meantime, can you prescribe her something? No, I need you to do a PCR test. And I was like, you can't be serious. So I was fuming. I got off the phone, and she was screaming. She was absolutely screaming in agony. I don't know how they expected for her to wait for some antibiotics or even to be seen by somebody. Because if I had done what they said and done a PCR test, we don't drive, so if I'm going to follow the rules correctly, I'm not allowed to get anybody to give us a lift to the PCR centre, which is a good hour and a half's walk away from us. And I can't get on public transport, again, if I'm following the rules, because I think she's got COVID. I don't, but in this scenario, you know. So I had to order a home one, which I did. It wasn't the fact that I didn't want to do a PCR test. It was the fact that I'm saying, well, okay, that's fine. I know it's not COVID. I've done lateral flow tests. She's screaming because her ear hurts. I think it might be earache. But anyway, so I rang up the walk-in centre again and I just said, look, we came in at the weekend, and she wasn't prescribed anything. I've tried to get into my doctors this morning. My doctors are not interested unless I do a PCR test. She has had numerous lateral flow tests that have been negative, but, you know, what am I supposed to do? Can you prescribe her something based on the appointment that she had the other day? So they said, bring her back in and we will see her and prescribe her something. So I get her sorted. I get my mum to come and pick us up, and we're driving down there and we're just about to get out of the car and she vomits all over herself and all over me, and I'm like, oh, she's hysterical, she's screaming. We didn't have anything to clean it up with. Now, she hadn't had any sickness symptoms before anybody says, well, why didn't you take a spare pair of clothes in a bucket? She hadn't been sick. She wasn't complaining that she was sick. You know, maybe it was a mum mistake that I didn't even think, you know, she might be sick. But whatever, that's what happened. So I went inside and they gave me dry tissues to clean it up with, and then they left us sitting in the waiting room pretty much covered in vomit, the pair of us. I had to go and find, like, there's a little like waiting room that goes off the corner of the waiting room, if you get what I mean. And I just went and like sat around there with so yeah, eventually this nurse guy walked past and he was like, is that Paige? And I was like, yeah. I was like, she feels red hot. She feels absolutely red hot. I've given her ibuprofen. I've given her paracetamol, but I can't get her temperature down. So he brought the thermometer thing over and the temperature was 39.5. So I said to him, how long is it until we're going to be seen? And he was like, oh, there is a bit of a wait. And I was like, she's covered in her own vomit. We are sitting here covered in her own vomit. And she was screaming, like screaming at the top of her lungs, absolutely in agony with this ear. She was all red, her ear was red. And I'm thinking, why will nobody help us? Anyway, I saw him go off to the woman at reception and he must have said he was putting us at the top of the list or something, because then he came to see her. So she eventually got prescribed some antibiotics, and she's got something called mastocytitis, which is an inner ear infection. So my mum picked us up, took her home. I gave her a bath and we finally settled down, and after the first few doses she started to feel all right again. So she's gone back to school today, but I'm just so cross at the whole process. I'm so sick of how COVID seems to be the only thing people want to listen to. And I'm not trashing the NHS. I am very, very grateful for the NHS. As dramatic as this is going to sound when I say this, but it's an absolute fact that I wouldn't be sitting here today without the NHS. There's a few things that have happened in my life that I've needed urgent medical attention, and I've got it, and that is the reason why I'm sitting here able to moan about this with you today. I'm very, very grateful for our NHS. But in that situation, you know, she's 5 years old, she's in absolute agony. We already had a diagnosis. It wasn't like I was asking for some kind of special treatment. Oh no, sorry, COVID doesn't apply to us. None of that. I just feel like they failed her, you know? So anyway, yeah. She is fine today though. She has gone back to school. So that was all on Thursday and Wednesday. Today's now Monday. She's gone back to school and she's absolutely fine. She's on her 4th day of medication and it has done the world of good. So hopefully now that is the end of all of that. I feel like this has gone on forever. There's been somebody in this house ill since the beginning of October, and we're on like, what, the 23rd or something of November. Jensen had his COVID, and then there was me, and then Paige had the tummy ache and the runs, and then this. Oh, I'm so over it, guys. I am so over it. But anyway, yeah, I have, by the way, done Monday and the This Week bar whilst I was talking. Also, somebody commented on one of my videos last week saying, I think you missed a full box out on Wednesday. I did, thank you. I went back and put that in. If that was you, thank you very much. Right, so then, I think, so this video isn't a million years long. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop off, set up all the days and come back in to fill them in. Okay, so we have the days set up and I'm really happy with how this has turned out. So let's get some of these boxes down then. They are all so stunning. I love this one with the planner card. Let's get this one down. I like it because every box has got something on it. Some kits you get from shops where you get like 8 full boxes, but some of them are just like a pattern in the background. And on the one hand I do like it because if I want to cut them in half and use them as extra half boxes, I can do. But often I end up like sticking, so if that was like a plain box with no background on it, I'd end up sticking something on it just to make it a bit more. So I do like it when a shop gives you full boxes that have all got decorative elements in them. Sorry, I'm full of a cold and I feel like it's coming out a bit as I'm talking. As in the way that I'm talking, not actually coming out of my nose. I realised that sounded a bit gross when I said it. Or if you didn't think that, then I made you think of it, and that is gross. I'm sorry about that as well. So I've got quite a bit on this week. A lot of people coming to the house to sort jobs out. I've still got the leaky window saga still goes on. If you've been following me for a while, you've probably heard me talk about the leaky window in the back that we have. It still leaks. Nobody knows why. Nobody knows why. But we went into the attic yesterday to get the Christmas tree down. Oh, I'll put a picture in. I've got my tree up and it's so festive. I love it. Yeah, we went into the attic to get the Christmas tree down and the boxes were wet. Luckily nothing was ruined, but it was a bit wet in the attic. Now people have been up in the attic before and it's been dry up there, so I don't even know. I just don't even know. So anyway, yeah, I've got somebody coming out for that. I've got somebody coming out to have a look at my front door. Wait a minute, these are not all the same, are they? Are they? They are. That's okay. I was just thinking that some of them were thicker than others, but they're not. That's fine. Yeah, my front door has dropped a bit. The guy said he actually came out to have a look at it the other day because I'm struggling to open it and lock it. It's a real effort to get it open. I have to bump it with my butt. I mean, it's okay. I have a big butt, so it's fine. But it shouldn't be doing that. So I was just worried that it would get worse. And obviously if like school time changed or anything and Jensen had to come home when I wasn't here because I was out getting Paige, he would struggle to open that door by himself. In fact, I'm pretty sure that he wouldn't be able to open that door by himself, which means he'd end up having to stand outside and wait for me, which is not what I want for him. So now then, I've just realised something. I've done that, but on Monday, oh no I didn't. I was going to say, did I put a thing down? It was here that I did that. Right, so I need some headers then. to put my to-do on, don't I? So let's have a look and see what I've got. Unless I use the ones in the kit. I'll use the ones in the kit because I am going to have enough. And that is always handy. So yeah, what else do I have to tell you? Put my tree up, which was nice. I'm going to skip out on the burgundy ones for 2 reasons. Because the date covers are quite burgundy and I feel like it'll be a bit blockish, and also it's a little bit harder to see the writing on, so I'm going to go with the other colours. So yeah, I got my tree up, which we was all excited about. We needed it. We needed a bit of festive fun after the week that we'd had. Paige was super excited. Although, so as I said, the things were wet. Paige had made last year a Christmas decoration that was one of those cookie ones. And we'd kept it, and I don't know whether or not it was a consequence of it being a bit wet up in the attic, or whether or not it just didn't age well anyway. But it oh, I'm gonna have to put a to-do on one of them. A today, that's fine, doesn't matter. But yeah, I was getting the decorations out the bag and putting them on the tree, and then my hand like touched something like jelly, and I was like, oh my god, what did I just touch? And it was this mushed up decoration, and I was like, ah. Whatever. Sorry, I'm being very negative today. I feel like I should title this video half an hour of whinging with Rach. Sorry, I'll stop. Let's talk about something nice. Paige has got a school trip coming up that she's excited about. She's going to go and see Aladdin. And then I did notice that the pub near us is having a bit of a Christmas event as well. So we're going to go and catch that one day. So that'll be nice. I was going to book, there's a Christmas event at Viva in the town centre for the kids, and I was going to do it with Chris, but I think now Chris is going to have to work on Christmas Eve, which is a bit of a shame. It's fine. He's worked in retail for quite a bit before he worked at the hospital, so I'm used to him. He normally has Christmas Day off, but I'm used to him having to work like the days in between, so it's fine. It's no big deal. I can still do it. I'll just do it on my own. Right. Let's stop waffling. So I probably haven't still got the text message. This little thing, by the way, this is my, is it Kudapuchi? It's from My Powder World. It's a custom little character that I had made. You'll notice that it is on my introduction now as well, my little intro on the videos. And I use it as my watch background, and I've also got it on my social media, I think. I will have to credit the shop down below. I haven't put it in the link yet. But these are from the Powder World, and they're amazing. So you have the little character made, and you say what you want it to wear. Mine, I don't know if you can see, but she's actually holding my Pele Studio Hobonichi Weeks cover, and she's got an iced latte. If that isn't me, then I don't know what is. I was super happy with that. So yeah, I will credit that. We'll go and have a look. In fact, I'll link the actual listing for having the custom made characters, because I have had a couple of questions about them, and I have meant to link the shop, and I haven't got round to it yet, so I will do that. Why was I touching my watch? Oh, because I've got an appointment. Somebody just texted me this morning. Yeah, about the window. So let me put my lists down. Do we have a race this weekend as well? 2 races left. What are we thinking about the Formula 1 situation at the moment? The Brazilian race was amazing. What did we think about the Qatar race? That's how you say it, by the way. I've learned how to say it because I listened to what the pundits were saying. So if I'm not saying it right, don't blame me, blame Crofty. It is not me. Yeah, so what a race that was. I felt like we were back to last year, where Lewis was just, he led every lap of that race and he was just off, wasn't he? And the fighting was sort of down in the middle, wasn't it? And what about all of the punctures? What about all of the punctures? What was going on? Poor Bottas was doing a bloody fireworks display on his way back round to the pit. Craziness. So yeah, I'm excited, and I was super happy to see Alonso get a 3rd place podium as well. That was really nice. So yeah, but do we have a race this week? Let's start with that. That is Christmas goodies. We don't want that. I thought it was this page. Oh, it is. Let's write that on. Let's write that on. I normally like to write it on in front of Chris because he gets a bit annoyed when Max hasn't won. He's a Max fan. Obviously, I've told you that before, and I am Team Lewis. So it is all to play for, isn't it? Still, either one of them could take this championship. If Lewis is going to do it, he needs to win the next 2 races, Right, so that's not until December. Yeah, he needs to win the next 2 races, doesn't he, if he's to take the championship, whereas Max has got a little bit of leeway. Right, so Friday, let me get my boxes. I have got Adam the maintenance guy. And he said he was coming between 10 and 10:30. So let's put that down on there. I hope it's Chris's day off. I prefer it when Chris is off, when these people come round to the house. And then I've got somebody else coming round as well. The plumber is coming round, and I think he is coming round at 11:30. I need to remember this as well because it's going to affect my filming. I film in the mornings on a school day when Paige is at school. So I need to do that. Let's get the shop and scan. And that is for Sunday. There we go. And then we have got, let's have a look in the thing. Oh, 9 to 12. Oh, that's okay. What did I say? 9 to 12. Oh, that's not the right date, Rach. This is why I write things down on my calendar. There we go. Okay. That's it then, isn't it? But I do want to remember on Wednesday it is payday. On Thursday I want to I need to do Paige's photos. She had her photo taken, bless her, at school, and I haven't bought them yet. Paige's photo. And I don't want to forget, it needs to be done within 7 days or I'll have to pay postage to the school. Let me show you one. Look at this, I'm so in love with it, I'm so in love with it. Because the one that I'm going to buy is in here with all the details, but the other one I just cut out and stuck in here. So let me see if I can show you this page. I can show you the page because it's all just stuff about when she was ill. Look at that little face. Oh, what a cheesy grin. What a cutie patootie. So yeah, that's the one I'm going to buy. So I need to do that on Tuesday. Otherwise, if I do it afterwards, I can still get it, but I'll have to pay for it to be delivered to the house rather than to school. Right, let's put down a box for payday then. I do have some scripts from Happy Sherpa Papery, which I quite like to use. Some bigger ones and some smaller ones. Let's use a bigger one for this one. The smaller ones I like to keep for my calendar. Not sure what Chris's day off this week is, and we need to put our date dots down as well, don't we? What else do I have going on this week? I'm going to find some date dots. I'm going to have a little think. I feel like I've got much more stuff to put down that I'm not thinking of. But it will come to me as the week goes on. Shall we have a bit of foil? Shall we have a bit of rose gold foil? So what dates do we need then? The 22nd. Oh, we've got it on this one. Let's do this. Let's have a little bit of foil. These are my Busy Bee stickers. Date dots. And these are the rose gold ones. Oh, don't do that, Rach. That's the wrong day. Were you screaming at me? I like to keep you on your toes every video and do something stupid just to see if you're alert and know what I'm doing. Honest. It's not because I'm an idiot. 23rd. Oh my gosh, we are getting so close to Christmas. We went Christmas shopping on Wednesday. Chris and I went to Smith's. So we've made a start now, so I feel better. I hadn't done anything up until then, so I feel better about it. Mainly for the kids, not for everybody else, because I think we're just going to do vouchers and stuff for everybody else. And also, there's an app called Tasty that I really enjoy. It's got loads of recipes and stuff on, and we pick things to make from it. But I was looking through it the other day, just looking for, I mainly look for Mexican meals because Chris and I love Mexican food. But I stumbled across some truffles, and I was thinking if I got some gift boxes, I could make some truffles for gifts, just to give out with gift vouchers, because I don't like just giving an envelope. I feel like it just doesn't look like enough, you know. So I thought that that's something that I can do. In fact, actually, I'm going to write on here, truffles, just so that I can remember about that. I also am going to put photo for Paige's photo. I am also going to put down, I want to print a kit that I've bought. And I haven't yet done it, so we can put that down there. Let's put medication and skincare. My trackers don't match, but actually it's not annoying me as much as I thought that it might do. And I think we're done. I think the week is set up. So I'm going to go out there and I'm going to say this is the last autumn kit you're going to see from me. I've said it now, so I'm going to have to move into winter. Although thinking about it, I don't know if I've got that many winter kits, but maybe it's an excuse to go buy shopping in the Black Friday sales. So yeah, that is how the week has turned out. I'll continue to fill it in as the week goes on, and I'll pop a picture up on my Instagram once it's done. And with that being said, that's going to be it from me. If you like this video, if you can give me a thumbs up, and if you subscribe, I love you forever, and I'll see you soon. Bye!